So I want to focus in just a little bit on this push up, and what I want this to feel like is that the character is scared and kind of doing that shaking, vibrating thing that you see happening in like Looney Tunes cartoons and stuff like that. But and I'm going to kind of use the program to my advantage to do this. So if you look at what I have here, like automatically once I'm in a motion key, I just get this gradual growth up to this, right? And if I were to go in here and like look at something like frame at a time, you'll see like every frame it continues toward its destination, right? So I know that I have like this many keys to work with. Just temporarily, I'm going to scoot this forward one more frame. And that's just temporarily. I'm actually going to move that back here in a minute. And I'm going to skip this first frame and start here. And I'm just going to go through every one of these frames and hit F6 from here until my next one. So F6, F6. And if you want to do this faster, you can use the greater than, less than keys to step forward one frame at a time. Okay, so every one of those has a keyframe on it now, right? And so we basically marked this forward motion all the way through here, right? And what I would like to do is actually have it, instead of, let me actually draw this here really quick on my screen to show you. So instead of, let's say we're slowly progressing upward in this, right? What I've done is I've sliced this over and over and over and over and over again. Right? And what I'm going to do is take this moment here and move it backwards to before this one. I'm going to kind of do that. And so what I end up with instead is going to be this, right, as it goes upward. So let's delete all that and I'll hide my Epic Pen thing over here. And the way I'm going to do that is just by taking this keyframe and moving it in front of this one. Right? And you'll see what I get now with this as I go up and then back a little bit. And then I should go up again and then back again. So what I'm going to do is just continue to pull that one in front. So let's see see? So if I can just continue to sort of leapfrog the previous one over, and then that's our destination frame. I'll just move it back to where it was. Now what I get with this animation, if we were to watch it, and we will, is this shock, right? And I got that with very little work, but I got that by working smarter, not necessarily by working harder at it. Now watching this now, I'm starting to see some other spots where maybe I can increase the timing, like how we go from here to here. It's just a little boring, right? If we look at this, that's just a little boring. And so what I'm actually going to try to do is set a new keyframe. So I'm going to get my character here, right? And I want to actually copy this keyframe, Control C, Control V, and so I have as two keyframes where nothing changes, and that means I can move certain parts of this while other parts still remain the same, right? So instead of messing with anything on the bottom, what I'd like to do is start to stretch the character's head upward into this pose, right? So I would use my move tool here, it's like this, and start stretching the head and maybe this part of the body here upward before the rest of the body has started to move, right? And so what you'll get is this, right? Actually, let me undo that last move I did. There we go. So you can kind of see a little bit better. The bottom of the body stays pretty pinned in place, right? And I can start to really stretch the head toward our next pose. I'm also probably going to take some of this information about the eye. So I'll probably use this and copy these things here, right, from this keyframe and move them back. Actually, I kind of messed that up. Let's go do it here. So I want to copy really a lot of the eye keyframes here, like all of these right through here, including the deformation on them. So that would be probably everything under this kinematic output, except for the antenna. So really, I want all of these things right here. I'm going to hit Control C, and then go here and hit Control V, and you'll get that. I didn't really mean to copy the antenna, but actually that worked out pretty well, so maybe I'll go ahead and copy those again. Control C, Control V, there we go. And I may be able to just like sort of alter those, right? So I keep most of that rotating forward, except maybe these two pieces here or something. There we go. And so now what I get from this frame to this frame is part of the body staying in place and the other part sort of leading the charge to this animation. And so there we go. So as we watch it one more time. All right. So when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about easing and how we give this a little bit more weight.